Live. Hey, Inoake, how's it going?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
It's still quiet, but we can hear you.
All right, cool.
I'll try to turn up my volume. Maybe I can turn up your volume in the control room as well. Can you say something again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool, awesome.
Post the link, the YouTube link as well.
The YouTube link? Yeah, cool. Let me grab that. YouTube link. No, that's low-key. Just go like this, session 2, copy link address, and I'll send that to Faith. Where's Faith? I tried sending you the Hangouts link as well, but I don't think you saw, so I just posted it myself. And okay, I don't know exactly when you joined, but we were just talking about homework 1 and about regexes and looking for consonants.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Do you have much experience working with regexes? Because none of us really have a lot of experience.
Yeah. Okay, I think I can. I've done this with Python. I've done
Nice.
this with Java, but I don't really have good memories. That's the thing, but I think I can I have an idea of. It's like, yeah, I forget things sometimes. Yeah. So the consonants, right? It's just like you don't want numbers. You just want you don't want numbers. You don't want A-I-O-U, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I know that we can do, because you can do like we were talking about before you guys joined, and I have a working solution in mind as well, but I'm just trying not to
Look at it.
just move on and just give the answer. But we were talking about we're on a regex cheat sheet, which I normally consult when I have questions, and it was talking about how like we know that the hat character here is like negation, right?
Yeah.
So, and we know that you can call the vowels by A, E, I, O, U, right? So maybe we can combine those two, like, and just say like not, like here, like not A, B, or C, but instead of A, B, and C, put A, E, I, O, U.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is that I don't know if you heard is that we need to do it to where it works for uppercase and lowercase and for non-letters. So right before you joined, we were talking about possibly using this this backslash uppercase W for a non-word character.
All right. Works for uppercase and lowercase, right? What about if you just like if you got the word, then you just change it to uppercase, so you just make sure you're dealing with all uppercase. Then I don't know. That would
Where?
Does that make sense?
No, I didn't understand.
They said
Yep.
And lowercase, right?
Yep.
Well, if assuming you get the word in lowercase, whatever if you just like change everything from lowercase to uppercase automatically, so you don't really have to do it.
I see what you're saying. You can, like, for example, we have we're past a string that they say is S, so S is, for example, string. We want to do uppercase, right? Because your idea is that and then what we can do is before we can say up S down case.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Say like something like a not. Where's the not sign on the computer? I always the hat sign. On the 6. Not A, B, I, O, or U. Dot match, and then pass in the. Let me hide this so you guys can see. No. Right. Is that because? Yeah, no. That shouldn't be nil, huh?
Yeah, shouldn't know.
Oh, but S is still uppercase, right?
Yeah, I think you do that. What was that thing called? Uh, dangerous something.
Oh, Fate is not in the channel anymore, though.
Yeah. Oh, she said she's leaving now. Bye, guys. Thanks, Mark, for the session. Now, let me Google this. Okay.
Well, that's annoying, huh? I thought that might work, actually, because we do know that it does start with a consonant.
Yeah.
Dot match. I saw this. I wonder if it works with this. This here.
I usually use the tilde sign instead of this match method, basically. The tilde equals. So instead of match, you can use the no.
Because I was using match because on the actual Ruby docs for regex, well, it's Ruby 2.2, but anyways, they use dot match.
Okay.
But
if you scroll down a little bit, then there is the other one I'm telling. Well,
this shouldn't make any difference, right? That's still no. This operator here.
Yep. But
nice.
that shouldn't make a difference either.
Yeah, but no, it's good though. I like that better.
Yeah.
Equals and the tilde sign, but then it's still coming up as nil. And what about this here? It's still coming up as nil. Yeah, it shouldn't matter because they're the same, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's weird. Any ideas why that's?
Can you try with? I've forgotten what this bracket, those brackets, those square brackets.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this. Or with but with this inside, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
0.
Well, yeah, because it's matching.
So yeah, it's like the yeah, cool. That's working. It returns 0 if it's true, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, but that's only for one use case, right? Because we also need it to be not a word character. But yeah, since Faith had to leave anyways, maybe we can do something different, or yeah, then that's so that's interesting.
Okay, for not a word, right? That's for not a word. The WD is for.
Sorry?
I was asking what the W was for, like that.
It's like for a non like if I start the string with a bang, for example, and then I say string, then it should match like.
All right, let me check it out.
Yeah, right. It doesn't like something about that.
I think, Matt, that should be inside the bracket.
Okay. So inside of this, like.
Oh yeah, sure.
W.
That's what you try to make an exception for. So that's what you don't want. No.
Yeah. Right.
No, I want to check that it's not, because this uppercase W is means a non-word character. Like if it's lowercase, then it's a word character. So that should be true. But
W.
No, the big W was fine, I think.
yeah, I thought. But yeah, here. Not a word. Is it not a word or not a character though?
The W is for A to Z, and 0 to 9, right?
Yeah, but then
But then yeah.
yeah, but then the uppercase W is the opposite of that.
You sure?
Yeah, it says right here. And also on the
if you look at Ruby, okay, have you checked the doc on regex?
Yeah, that's where I got it from here. It's a non-word character, which is not A through Z or 0 through 9 or underline for some reason. But then so a bang should match that. But maybe it's here W no. This is equivalent to no.
Oh yeah, I think it's something alpha or something.
Alpha.
Let me check that.
Yeah, I've never used these alpha ones either. Alpha. No. Alpha is alphabetic character. So punctuation character, that would probably work because it's punctuation. But it needs to be in 2. That's what it needs to be like this, huh? You know. And what if I say what is it? PUNCT. So that answered with a 1. So 1 means false. Right? Yeah. That matched with an S and a T.
There is some weird rule that actually the number which so this whole regex expression returns is of the last matching expression, I think. So if 0, that's I think then the whole thing is matched, and then if you get a different number, that means that part of it matched, but not the whole thing, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Probably in the documentation we can find.
Sorry, can you come again? Sorry.
No, so what I said is just because now we are seeing different numbers as a return value of the regex itself. And what I said is that I remember something that if it returns 0, then actually the whole expression is matched. When it returns a different number, then it's just a part of the expression, or part of a block of the regex expression matched, but not the whole thing.
Okay.
So that's kind of like an index.
Oh yeah. I think I read something like that too. Old, my head.
I mean, I don't know, Peter. Do you want to show what you put on your homework, and I can show what I put? Like, I don't know if you want to keep going through and trying to figure this out. I think both of us are already figured it out. You know.
Yeah. So one thing I usually do when the when the requirement is to use case sensitivity, I already I think almost 90% of the cases I already put the /I in the end of the regex expression, because then it makes case sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
/I or /I? /I?
// should be. Yeah, /I. So that's the end basically. So no. Yeah. So only one /.
Oh, okay.
So that's the end of the whole expression. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
but that's but S is starting with a bang, right? So
yeah, that's why we should put the / or the \W inside.
yeah, there is no \W.
Yeah, so in the previous versions there was the inside of the brackets you had the \W.
Mm-hmm.
But uppercase, yeah.
And then here an I.
And the I, yeah.
That matches with a 1.
Yeah, and one thing I also read is it's good to have the \A at the beginning to represent that it starts with it.
Oh yeah, nice. Like that?
Yes. No, that's outside of the bracket.
Okay. Yeah. So here, \A. Undefined local. Yeah, because I have to back in a string. No.
That's strange because it's matched the test. Oh no, that should work. \A. That's strange. It matched my test, but it doesn't work right now. Just let me check.
It's exactly the same?
No, I'm just checking right now, just to be sure.
I mean, what I had on mine, like, again, I did this a really long time ago, but what I had is pretty much exactly what you were saying, except for instead of /A, it was just the hat character.
Mm-hmm.
And then in brackets, another hat character that's saying it's not a vowel. And then the \, the uppercase W, and then, like you said, /I, and then I did with the dot match is not equal, but that part you might even not even need, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, you can put it in there. I put it in the chat what I have. That I think it's the same.
What is that? That's nil. So yeah, we want this to be not nil. Okay.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So
Do you have the S defined? But then it's coming an error. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like that, kind of what I have. But so let me see. Where's the chat? Oh yeah, right. And that's passing.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Because it's looking for it to be nil. Where's the test? Part 2, right? Let's see. Starts with a consonant. Should be defined, right? Expect starts with consonant V to be truthy. Then it goes through all these 4 words. One starts with a C, and yeah, expect the string to be truthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird though, because this is kind of exactly, I can copy and paste it, but it's kind of exactly what I put there, and it was coming up as nil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same? Yeah, hat AIOU /W. Yeah, that's about the nil. Yeah.
Can you check the value of S, please? Yeah. Hmm.
Implicit conversion of false into string.
Maybe with the lowercase w?
Yeah, but then that would be looking for. Yeah, that works. But W is looking for any word. Yeah. This is, yeah, so that works as well. That's kind of.
Yeah.
And what happens if you put here? It's nil as well. Good fun.
What the hell? But this was, I don't know how it worked then. Yeah, I was completely like calm that, yeah, sure, it works, no worries.
Could you share your screen with us, Peter?
Yeah.
I don't know if you still have a copy in Milwaukee.
Yeah, sure. Just I have to like, yeah, and just a moment. I need to change like that. So it's
Yeah, I'm looking at what I did and it doesn't make sense.
Looking or revisiting it, huh?
Yeah.
Yasaki joined on the left.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Saki.
I don't know if anyone knows who Yasaki is.
Not really. Let me try.
yeah, I can. Can I share my screen then?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oops. Maybe. Why is it not? Okay. Oh, now I'm facing again the same issue if I share the entire screen or the application window. But let's see. Okay, now you can see yourself probably.
Yep.
So in here, can you see the atom now?
Yep.
Cool. So I have this method definition here, basically. To start with a constant, and if I run the test in the terminal, I think it's rspec, right?
Yep.
Can you see the terminal window as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 0 examples. Wait a minute, sorry.
Oh.
Oh, no, we are in another directory, sorry. Yeah, then it's gonna be. I need to open this whole stuff.
Yeah, strangely, it's still. I tried to. I'm switching the direction because you have the S before the regex, but that doesn't change anything.
I'm just sorry, guys. I need to find where I left the whole project actually. Again. Week 1. Yeah, it's there. Oh, yeah, now I see. That's a problem for me.
Just curiously, the test that's passing for mine, if I put in pry is returning false.
If you put in what price?
In pry?
Oh, pry.
Yeah.
That's 2.3, right?
Actually, no, I think pry is not 2.3 because, for example, the sum method works in pry, but it doesn't work on the test because apparently in Ruby 2.3 there was no sum method.
So what's pry?
Oh, sorry. Pry is a IRB alternative. You know IRB?
Oh.
But
interactive Ruby, right?
It's much better, I think. You know, it has like adds color and its output is nicer. You know, you can see that it has different colors, and it's just like kind of a sandbox for trying different things in Ruby.
All right, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting that mine is this is coming to nil, but it's passing all the tests as well. You know.
This is insane.
Exits are spec. What is it? It's the spec. Features is part 2. No, part 2 spec. Yeah, see, it's passing. And what did they put for the first test case? The first test case is this each do, right? So I can set best s equals best.
Mm-hmm.
Then if I run this, mine, then yeah, it matches. So that works. So it's passing the test.
Okay, but maybe it's not, then it's matching the test, but it's not not good.
Yeah, well, I think maybe it's because I'm trying it with this bang character, because they don't any of those bang characters. They they do give a hashtag though.
Yeah.
Right. Weird. So as hashtag foo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then match with foo nil. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that's why I put the \A at the beginning to start with, outside of the brackets, and maybe that's why it's passing for me.
Yeah, I wonder if this hack character at the beginning is like saying like a negation of everything, of all this. But I think if I put with a, it's still nil, right? But nil is falsy. Like nil is, what is it? Falsy? Is that how do I ask that in Ruby? Because it's expecting it to be falsy, right? But nil is falsy, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
So that's why it's passing the test, is because it's coming back with nil, and nil is falsy.
Mm-hmm.
And why it's passing on yours as well, right? Because
yeah, because it's falsy and then it's passing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we set s to a string just called foo, for example, and then I pass it in how you passed in yours. You didn't use match though, right? You used
yeah. Well, it shouldn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, so it passes with 0.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I set foo to that, then it says nil. Yeah. Which is fine because nil was gonna pass the test.
Oh.
So what do you guys want to do today?
Yeah, after we
talking about something.
figuring out that we made the homework not well enough.
I found it really interesting. I saw some things on yours, your week 1 that I was interested if you want to share your screen, Peter. Because I've been doing some refactoring of mine while I'm doing it again with Faith. That I found some of my some of my methods were really
just let me share the now screen. Yeah.
verbose.
Yes.
And I was able to refactor and make it much cleaner. And
cool.
I saw some maybe something on yours that yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah. So, do you want to walk us through your first method?
Yeah. So I honestly I don't remember enough the descriptions now. So let me go to the homework page first.
Yep. Cool.
Oh, it was in a README, right? Yeah. I think so. Open this up. Yep. So the first one was define a method, sum, that takes an array of integers and as an argument and returns the sum of its elements. For an empty array, it should return 0. And this is how you run the test. So in here, it's like, yeah, you start the method definition, then the name, of course, then your array, pass it in. There is this empty method in here calling on the argument, which is the array, and it should return 0, like it's clarifying here that for an empty array, it should return 0, right?
Yep.
So it's here, and everything. And then I'm basically adding to. So I declare a variable, a local variable, some items, as starting with 0, and then basically all the array elements I'm adding to this some items, and in the end I return some items. I'm almost 100% sure that you can use maybe in a later Ruby versions reduce as a array method to do this nicer than this one. But I think, I don't know. So for me, reduce also in JavaScript was something that I'm rarely using. So so for me, this was fine.
Yes, it does the work now.
Yeah. So this one is more, I think, I find more readable, but not as elegant as probably it should be.
And okay, did you have something to add?
Oh no, I don't. I mean, it does the work, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, it definitely does its job, but I think that it could be refactored to be more concise, right?
Yeah, surely. Do you have a suggestion, Matt?
Yeah, I have. So you can see my screen, right? I shared my screen with you. Like, so what I was telling you, I was mentioning to you, Peter, is like if I have an array of numbers, if I try playing around in Pry, I have this array of numbers, and and then if I just say array dot sum, then it sums the array. So let's go to my code so we can see, like, this is my, you're going to see the answer that I put, but like, so I just have one line, you know, instead of having like, and I actually added this because I didn't have one line before. I think I had the same thing. Like if the array is empty, then return 0. If not, then I did this like array dot inject, or you can do also dot reduce. Like you were saying, but like just for the time being, if I comment this out and I come here and I do array.sum, let's see what happens in the tests. Let's get rid of that. And if I do rspec, and this is on line 5. So if I run this test, passes, right? Well, that's good. But the reason why it's passing actually is because I'm using Ruby 2.4.1. But if I go and use Ruby 2.3, for example, I might have to run bundle again, but let me see. Validate Ruby, your gem file, specify 2.3. Yeah. So I need to run bundle again, I think. Ruby version is 2.4.1, but so RVM use 2.3.0. And then do I need to run bundle, or can I just run rspec? Did that run all the tests? Yeah, all the tests in 9.5. So that didn't work, right?
Yep.
It's saying
that that's what you mentioned, that sum is not implemented in
no method error. That's quite annoying, you know. So, but then, because the easiest way for me would be just array.sum, and also like if we try, let's try doing an empty array as well to see if that would work for that use case. Array, and that returns 0.
Wow.
So,
amazing method.
Yeah, if we were using our newer version, we could just have this one thing. But since we're not, since we're using 2.4.1, then we need to use something different. But yeah, you could, if you wanted to, and it probably would be a good idea just to refactor it using this inject. And if we came here to is this Ruby 2.3? Probably not. Let me come here. Ruby array methods 2.3, and come here. You can read about reduce and actually I think reduce and inspect. Inspect.
What this inject does? So I'm not really familiar with that actually.
Inject, yeah. So cool. Inject. Here we are. So inject takes an initial and a symbol, or just a symbol, or an initial and a block, or just a block, right? And it combines all elements of enum by applying a binary operation, right? It doesn't have to,
I get it. Okay.
It doesn't have to be necessarily plus. It can be any binary operator. Specified by a block or a symbol that names a method or operator, right? So if you specify blah, 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 and then it gives some examples. So if you take a range and you say dot reduce or dot inject, and you pass in as a symbol the operand and also the method plus, then it'll just sum it up all for you, right? So if we were, for example, to just do like this and run the test again, test again, that runs the test again, then they're all failing, right? Why are they all failing? But one of them would pass.
Some is working though.
Some works on an empty array now. Oh yeah, should be defined. Oh, cool. All right, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, so one of them passes, right?
Yep.
But then it doesn't pass with the empty array. And then just for shits and giggles, if I say reduce here, which you said reduce you're more familiar with in
JavaScript.
Then same thing, right?
It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Yeah.
In Ruby 2.3.
Okay. Let's stick to the latest version because it's amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? So then if I pass in the initial value, so you can see here, like if you're doing multiplication, for example, they pass in the initial value as 1, right? Because if you pass in the initial value of 0, then when you multiply 0 by the first, then it would always return 0, right?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. And then like you can see the same thing with the second max to sum. You can also just write it in one line,
Oh yeah, that was for me was like 8 lines. Sure.
Yeah. So I don't think I need that return there. I pass in 9. Let's see if that passes. Yeah. It passes everything, right? And just with one line,
Yeah, the max on array is not a new method, right? So it was also on 2.3.
Yeah, so that works.
Yeah, okay.
And then also on line 14, I redid this. Like if you look at what this was before, I had like similar to yours. But I wasn't using this method combination. I was using some other, I don't know exactly what, but it was much longer,
I found this accidentally in the document. So I was reading the docs, and then holy, that's what I need. So,
yeah, combination quite nicely.
Yeah, it was working. So
it's not even in the documentation for 2.3. Which is strange, but it does work with 2.3, which I don't know exactly how that is, but yeah. don't want to question. And yeah, that brings us back to what do we want to do today, and how you guys stay and that kind of stuff.
I think Matt, anything you want basically. It's like I'm currently on the week 3 homework. That's the real brain damage currently. So I wouldn't jump into that if you don't mind, because that's really it's something to wrap my head around basically first, and then
yeah. I mean, we Inawake, I don't know if do you have any ideas?
I think he's on mute.
Yeah, or maybe he walked away for a minute. Inawake. Oh,
sorry.
There. Hey, sorry. Just wondering if you had any ideas of what we can do today, or if and also how long you guys can stay, because it's almost been an hour already, so I don't want to.
Yeah, I'll be leaving around 9.
Okay, which is in
7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So where I am with the homework
Mm-hmm.
is I can show you where I am. I already told you, right? But I can show you as well. I don't know if I was.
Sorry, just coming through. Has anybody ever tried like using ternary, like these ternary operators, right? Like ternary operators.
Yeah. I think Matt, you use it, right? Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Like this. These are up. What is a ternary operator?
The ternary is the one you showed me actually just when we did our pairing session. It was when you have a question mark and a colon, and that's basically an if and else statement.
Yes, this is really nice.
Yeah, because I like using it. Like that's the first thing I search for in any programming language. Ternary operators, if it has that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I need to do some refactoring here as well. You know, like I think maybe.
Oh yeah, that one can be. Yeah, that's one is a.
But I think I can do that with Faith. So where am I? If I come Ruby project, no, it's in the homework week 1, right? Oh no, week 2, and it was in the. So I did part 0, and then I was in. Let's see. So you can tell me whether this is similar to yours.
I will open up as well.
So I got this where I'm using the attribute accessor to access the word guesses and wrong guesses variables.
Yep.
And then I'm initializing the instance variable word and passing in the word that's the game is initialized with. And then to start off with, guesses is set to an empty string, and wrong guesses is set to an empty string as well. And then I don't know, it seemed like this was a little bit different because when we were pairing on this together, I don't remember seeing these raise argument error at the top of your, but maybe you just put it at the bottom of the method. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was at the bottom.
Okay. Yep. That still passes, no problem.
Yep.
Okay. And then I think I saw you were calling the down case on the letter as well.
Yes, just to avoid, yep.
And what about this part here, this if-else statement? Did you have a if-else statement as well?
Yep, exactly. I just try to find again the...
Yeah, I got
the person. Yes, so... Yes, I have... Yeah, I have... A word include letter. Yeah. Yes. I have the. Yeah. It's really similar. Word include.
Oh.
I don't know if that makes any sense. I was told because so if I go here to the test, where this displayed words with gases. So before each thing, it creates a new instance of the hang person game and sets to an instance variable, and then it has some test cases where it's gonna, you know, gas B and gas N, and then displayed should equal this, right? So I was just barely started to do this, and then I ended up trying to get that other stuff done. But it's calling this method guess several letters, which at the top of this is defined, where it takes in the game and it takes in the letters, and then it takes the letters, the dot chars, which is, I think, exists in JavaScript as well. No, that's like the characters, I guess. And for each character, it assigns a variable letter. Then it adds the game.guess and guesses that letter, right? This calls our guess method, right?
Exactly. So that's the gameplay, basically.
Yeah, so it does one at a time, right? So, and then if we look here, it should be blah, blah, blah displayed, right? When guesses are blah, blah, blah guesses. So I was thinking that I needed to have somewhere in here in the method something that like adds this. It's not a that. It's more like this, huh? Like a underline for every letter in the word. But I'm going down a wrong path on that.
What did I do?
I approached it a little bit differently, but it can work. I don't know. So this can work, of course. I don't know yet.
Yeah, because I mean, ultimately, you need to be able to. I think like you need to be able to inspect like the string somehow and find like each index of where the letter exists, and then change that string, the displayed string, from an underline to the letter that was guessed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I think the initial point was to get the letter, get the word, sorry, and split it up. Because then you can basically make a matching conditions if the letter is already there, what you guessed before, or it's not there, and so you can match these conditions with a simple if-else statement.
Yeah, right. So if I look at the failing test, it's saying wrong number of arguments given for what? For word with guesses. Given 1, expected 0. All right, so that's a problem. I don't want to be. No. But I'm not giving any. Yeah, well, it has something to do with this times, you know.
Have you tried? Have you heard of GSOAP? Like the method GSOAP?
No.
All right. I really don't know what I did, but I used GSOAP. Method called GSOAP.
Jigsaw.
G then SOAP, like GSOAP. It's like it substitutes.
Yeah, that can work as well. Yeah.
Ah, G-sub. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's a great idea. But before I do that, I need to be able to inspect like the string that's being passed, right?
Yeah, exactly. So before so inside inside this method, you need to have the word, because otherwise, what you need the reference to match.
Oh, let me look at my work.
It's really hard. I realize it's really hard to try to a little bit giving hints without giving the actual.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just how the heck you can explain how would you do or why would you do it without actually giving the exact line.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a matter of like, because we were just talking about that chars, right? So I was thinking that returns an array of characters in a string.
Yeah, that's definitely useful.
That might help, no?
Yep.
Because if I mean, it changes it to an array, but I can see if that array matches another array, right?
Yeah, you can match. Yeah, absolutely. I did it differently, but like I said, this can be, I think, probably like made many ways. So.
Well, let me come here and pry, because I like messing around with pry. If I say string dot chars, what does that do? It breaks it into an array of, yeah, right. So, but then you would need to split it, no? Based on the commas. No method split for array, right? So it's not split, it's slice.
Yeah.
No.
It's a
string into integer, right? Not join. Join does the opposite.
But you can also maybe loop through the whole array, right?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You not necessarily need to separate them into one piece by piece. It's just one character by characters might help.
And like, yeah, and then you can put some kind of conditional, right? Like print s, for example. So now, so that prints that, right? And if I say b is equal to string s, then I say something like print s if s is equal to b. So then it just prints the s. But I don't want to print it. I want to g sub it, right? But yeah, but g sub is a method, right? So I can't call a method inside of the each.
Of course you can.
Yeah? Oh yeah, of course I can. What? What do you mean you can't?
What limitations you're talking about?
Are we talking about Ruby or? Yeah, because okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because G sub is a method for strings, right? So
yes.
G sub.
G sub is also another method I'm completely not aware of. Like, I'm not really familiar with the usage, so let me just go ahead and check.
Yeah,
I always have to look that up.
Or this. Oh, yeah. Can I do that? No, it doesn't work.
So yeah, that's G sub. But you are just having a loop. So if you want to do like this, you have to call a new array. So it's not each then, but more like a map. Because each is not creating a new array for you. No?
No, well,
Eat cars.
Yeah, but that's
Which one? Or map with a bag, maybe. I don't know.
all right. Yeah, that works right there. So if I map it and then I take the S and I change it to a hyphen, then it actually changed, right?
Cool.
But then it didn't change the original string, I don't think. So, but I want to do the opposite, right? I want to sub that for the actual letter. Okay, so let's go back to the code. So at word dot chars. Yeah, but the word we're not gonna go over the word. We're gonna go over, for example, I have this displayed. I don't know if this is right though. This at word dot length. I could try that in here. So I already have. Do I have S already? Yeah, S is foo.
Still the old foo.
Yes, foo's still there. So what did I want to do? I wanted to do as all right. Say displayed is equal to s dot length. Yeah, dot times makes sense? No, wrong number of arguments. Because times is not, you can't use times like this. Times is you need to pass in a block. Then for say d, every d dot g sub. So for the amount of times is the length, I want to print this. It's not going to work exactly the way I want it to, because that's just going to print a bunch of different strings. Yeah. I want to join those. You can join a string. You can join an array.
There is this method called flatten for an array. I remember something like that. I think.
But I'm not dealing with an array, right? I'm dealing with a string.
Ah, sorry. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, because the join. No, that's right. But yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm on the wrong track trying to think. Because if I have x dot s dot length, then because I don't know how long the word is, right? Because I was thinking about how you had and also I've seen the game before where it had like a number of, so like this word, for example, is 4, right? So I was thinking 4 dot times, and then do something 4 times. Because I was thinking that we needed to start with like a string that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, right?
Yes and no. So because at the beginning of the game you don't see before guessing you don't see 4 hyphens.
Okay. All right. So I just need to g-sub it for this then.
Yeah. So if someone already guessed, then that's the point where you need to g-sub the actual character which is not in the given word, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or something else. So just that's the point.
Is this then? So let's get rid of that. And you're saying I need to have at word, right? Let's start with the word. I think I need to Well, yeah, I don't know. I need to call the method guess in this method word with guesses.
No, not necessarily. I don't know. It depends on what you want to do. So I think there might be many different approaches probably, but.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing of this line, just to see, is that the word with guesses as a method returns something that's getting into displayed. So as a variable displayed is passing into that. So you don't necessarily need to have a displayed variable.
Yeah, no, I don't need this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is just from the test, right? It's like it.
Yes. Yeah.
It takes two parameters, guesses and displayed, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And it should be, and then it passes in whatever this string, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It's going, yeah, it's iterating through all of the test cases,
Mm-hmm.
and each pair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is going to be guesses, this is going to be displayed.
Yes.
And then it's saying should be B -N -N hyphen when guesses are, and then yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then it's calling the guess several messages, which we already looked at that. That calls the thing one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think the hint here is that the whole game is around matching guesses with the word you got, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think to think about it, how you can match these two or this match, like how you can compare them basically.
Yeah. So like, because I noticed that it's passing in this instance variable game, right? Which is to this hang person.new banana, right? And in here, so I have I just worried about the word, right? It's so when
so
I
in
come,
this case, the word is the banana, right?
yeah. In this case, word is banana. So I take banana and dots include. Yeah, but that includes guesses. But guesses is not a variable here, right? At guesses is. So guesses is included in the word. This probably don't need. And then
I'm not sure if what this returns, but I think on arrays
Should be true or false, right?
yeah.
Jeez.
Well, this got true. Yeah, of course, because it's saying does the word is the guesses included in the word, right? So but I need to say like if the word is included in the guesses, like something like this ternary operation. If the word is included in the guesses, then add the guesses. No, then add the displayed, right?
Oh, well, yes.
That displayed equal to array. And I say if the word is included in guesses, then that displayed. Let's just say equals at guesses. Just to see how that changes the and else Let me just say this. See what happens. It's all fail. That's normal. Right, so it's still returning true. Yeah, it'd be returning true, should it?
Oh. True.
Yeah, right. There's also I remember that there's a method in on strings where you can I don't know if it's concat that you can add to the end of the
Yep.
you can add to the end of the string, which
Mhm.
might be helpful because then yeah, concat. So you can concat a string, right?
Mm-hmm.
A.concat 33. If the object is an integer, considered code point and is converted to a character before concatenation. A.concat and put in here add guesses. But why is this still returning true though? Am I crazy? Am I even running the right test? 89, 89. Yeah, right test. Ah, here we go. Undefined method concat for nil class. Right, nil class. What's nil? Displayed is nil.
Yeah, but you misspelled displayed.
That's probably why. That's probably why I was still returning true. Alright, so it's still failing. It still is returning true. I think that maybe these
Include return true or false.
Right?
I was asking what include returns. Is it not if something is true or false? So no include return.
But you can, I know that you can do like, I think it doesn't like that ternary, but I think you can do like if word dot include. So if that's true,
Then return.
yeah, I need to add this to the thing. If that's true, then do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the way I was writing it was
Yes.
returning true. But if it's true, do that. Whoops. Then
Mm-hmm.
else at word. I'll just say just to if that changes anything. No. Oh, yeah, it did change something. It changed got n. So that feels like progress. It might be slow progress, but
Yeah, definitely.
That's a bit strange because I would expect that the first time it runs through with the B, right? And the B is included in the banana, but it doesn't add that to the, or does it?
I guess it's being the concept. Ah. Oh, true. Ah.
if you return in the end of this whole thing, maybe the display, because currently it's not returning anything, this method basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, it should be returning because in Ruby you don't, if you don't write return like this, it should return the last line, you know. So you can see it's that's doing the exact same thing. So it is returning, like it's going in this if, like the first part, if word, if the guesses is included in the word, then it's returning this line on line 33. Concated version of guesses. The thing I'm really concerned about is why isn't it adding B as well, right?
What's guesses first? Wait, like where did you initialize guesses? Like where is?
Guesses is up here. It's an empty string.
Oh, okay.
So, and if we look at what is so it's giving, so the second one is returning an empty array. So that's weird as well, because I didn't say return an empty array. I said return word, right? Not an empty array, empty string. Maybe if I say return here, return that word. You shouldn't have to though, right? Maybe. Just a sanity check. Yeah, see, that's weird. It's just sending back an empty array. And this one here is only an N.
Where did the B go? Right.
This should be the same thing, right? Yeah, that's the same output. Is there the same thing? And yeah, this should not be returning just an N. So it's only returning the last value here and here. So something's wrong with my logic.
I think maybe the problem is this is not a loop.
Yeah, I can see it. So let's turn it in.
So it's only evaluating this thing once.
So for I in at word, then I'm going to run a loop. That's the length of the thing. And I'm going to say if the, that makes sense. Ugly. I think I need another end here. End the loop. Undefined method each for banana string. What's each? Where's each? Oh yeah. Right. So that doesn't work. Let's say word dot length. How about that? No, same thing. Undefined method each for fix num. Oh shit. Oh, there's something wrong with this. Is it supposed to be 0 dot dot word dot length? That would make more sense. Yeah, right. Got. That's weird. Got 0 dot dot 6.
I thought when you in a for loop, if you return like everything, the for loop just stops, like, right? I mean, if you had like if okay. I just thought when you write a for loop and then you have like a return statement within a for loop, like once it returns once, that's the end of the.
Oh, yeah.
Loop doesn't, right?
I'm not sure, but that makes sense because I think it exits after it returns. But I'm not sure because it returns on the last line, right? So it's gonna. I don't know how.
I think.
But this I variable as well. I'm not using this I variable, so this is not.
In the for loop, you don't need to do in the end. In the first line, I'm not sure. I'm just guessing.
I don't need to do what? Sorry.
A do keyword. You don't need at the end of the first line.
Maybe.
Don't.
For loops in Ruby, but yeah, I don't even think Ruby really likes for loops, but
yeah.
but then if I can't really, yeah, they prefer this loop too, right? So maybe I can just change that instead of for, because I'm not actually using this I, so there's not really any point of that. Loop do. Yeah, but the loop is gonna do how many times?
Yeah.
Two. And they don't two.
It's Control C, right? All right. Well, we don't do that. Well, yeah. I equals 0, and then I plus equals 1. Puts I. Great. Okay. Useful loop. I plus if I is equal to 10. So I could do something like that. All right. Well, let's try that. I is equal to at word dot length, and then I do a loop, and I say if the thing is there, and then where do I put the break? Or the condition? If I is equal to yeah. So then I come through here the first time. So if I need to if I is equal to what? And no, if I is equal to word.length. I is equal to 0, right? To start off with. And then I say if I is equal to at word dot length, then I'm gonna break. And I could probably put that on one line, no? Ruby? Yeah, I can put that on one line. Break if I is equal to word dot length. And then I need to, somewhere in here, I need to actually I plus equals 0, no? Where? I don't know. Before I go through the thing. Okay. Nope. One. All right, let's see what happens now. No. That's great. That's really helpful, Ruby. Thank you. Do you think it doesn't like this part here?
Oh.
No, it's returning nil then.
I think the problem might be with putting the I at the first line is that basically you already increase the the value of I to 1 besides matching the 0 value, right? So the 0 value has to loop through first and then you increase the I. But
yeah, I mean, I thought about that, but the thing is that even if you do increment it to 1 before you say if word is included in included in word, it shouldn't matter. That should only matter like on the last, like right before when I is equal to word dot length, right? I mean, I can run this and see what happens. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's still getting nil. So I wonder if I have pry in here. I think I have pry in here actually, which is something that you might not have in yours already. But let me try adding binding.pry here and having a look at what's going on here. So if I try running this, no, that's not undefined method pry. Yeah, right. So that's because I want to run Ruby and run the name of the thing, hang person game, right? lib/hang person game. All right. I have pry in my gem file, right? Or no?
I can see.
No, I don't, huh?
You don't have.
Weird. I thought I added that already. Bundle. No. Not being called. Oh, undefined method pry for binding. Okay. Bundle info pry. Pry is available. Oh, you know why? Because I need to require it. No.
I never used pry before, so.
Oh no! Oh, it's amazing. I love it. That works. There we go. Awesome. So now I can say displayed. I know what that equals. It's an empty string. I is equal to 0. Yep. And at word equal to banana. And at word dot include at guesses. True. So what's at guesses? N. Why is that guesses N? Weird. At guesses should be B, no?
Are you sure it starts with the B, the guessing?
I think so. I mean, yeah. According to this here, it starts with a B. I mean, it runs through, right? Like it goes through this guess several letters, but then it should take the first character and put that as a letter, and then guess that letter. So the first guess, the first time through, the guess should be B. Weird. But yeah, it's true, right? So then that means that if I try saying at displayed and concat at guesses, yeah, that works. So why is it coming up? Yeah. So then now that would exit out of that if statement, and it would go I plus equals 1, I think. Let's see what happens. So then I went through again. I is equal to 1. Yep. Perfect. At displayed equal to NN. What? Crazy. It added it twice. Weird. Why would it add it twice?
Can you try it the first time? Maybe it's NNN gonna be, let's see.
Try what, sorry?
So to exit pry, you can let the method go the loop goes another round, and then let's see what's the displayed instance method.
Exit. So at displayed. And right.
Yeah.
So it's just pulling that one. It's just pulling that one letter. Yeah, it's just gonna keep adding it.
It seems like something with this include method. It returns only one match.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, I could change it to dot match, right? Or
dot match is not a one-on-one comparison.
Is this going to be just like a infinite loop? It's a break, you know? Because it's being called multiple times is why. Let's see if our spec is shutting down and we'll print a summary report. Interrupt again to force quit. Right. Add word match. But yeah, I mean, displayed is empty, right? So add guesses. Why is it starting off with M? That's what I'm trying to understand. Why? The match is the end.
Yeah, I'm wondering where you lose the B.
Yeah. That's a very good question. Why is it only iterating? Yeah, it's the exact same thing if I use match. Oh, I don't think it's anything to do with this include. I think it's to do with how.
Yes.
I wonder what happened if I put letter in here. Is letter not available? I don't think so, huh?
Not in this sense, I think.
Letter? Yeah, undefined. All right. So yeah, I thought maybe it was passing it here, but it's so. Well, what if I put this binding pry outside of the loop and I put here at get use? I don't even need to put. I can just have access to that. So I'm guessing that this add guesses is not empty when I'm at guesses. It's
Oh, that motherfucker. It's already there.
He loves it.
He loves that, yeah. Where is this coming from?
I mean, yeah, that's what I want to know. I mean, I like your theory that it's only. I mean, I wonder if I take out this, like that.
It's gonna be E.
Let's just try that again. Then yeah, if it's gonna be F or if it's just okay. So let's try that, and then let's say add guesses. Empty.
No way.
Weird. I mean, this add guesses is being initialized here.
I think we just put it. Bien, include word banana and bien return letter unless guesses.
But yeah, maybe I'm doing something like because this word with guesses doesn't take any parameters in it, right? Like
Yes.
it's this guess several letters is calling the guess method, and then this guess method is going through and already looking if the word includes the letter, right? Like this is where this is right here. If the word includes the letter, then add guesses equals letter. maybe it's not equals ladder. Maybe it's concat ladder. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let me just check.
Because if I'm saying equals ladder, then when they guess they guess B,
It's gonna be changing.
and then it would be B. But then when they guess N, then it's going to be N.
It will be N.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let's try that. Exit, and I'm not in a loop. No, I just need to call it a couple times. Okay, so now let's try that. And then if we say add guesses, nice. So there was something wrong with my logic up here, right?
Something. Yeah, it's a great
I mean,
one.
the funny thing is that I was actually passing all the tests.
Yeah, it's funny that this is the part we haven't even looked at.
Yeah, right. So if the word includes the guesses, then I mean this will still fail, right? But yeah, it still fails. But I'm wondering what the message is now. Yeah, it's still nil, right?
I need to run now, guys, but if the next time you want to figure out, or Matt, if you want, because I implemented it in a different way, kind of, so if you want to see that later, but I'm sure after this you will figure it out eventually. I think now you got the right guesses. Now you will. So yeah, good luck with that. I think now you're on track.
Yeah, I think I need to. I think I just need to concat the guesses into the right place in the right.
Yeah.
Like because I know there's another method called R-index, which does something to do with like where the and maybe like I need to do something like Anyways, all right, cool.
All right, see you guys. Thank you for the session again.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Peter.
And okay, do you want to keep going, or it's getting pretty late now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, it's something I can keep going for another 15 minutes, maybe. If you have any ideas of how I can. To
be honest with you, I just used one line for this all the guesses.
Yeah, one line.
Yeah.
I can get rid of all this, right? Well, not all of it, most of it. If I do that, does that make sense? Get rid of this. I mean, it's not going to work, but at least to see what happens. Oh, it's still saying nil. Right, that's weird. Why is it saying nil? Because add guesses is going to be B and N.
Yeah. Then it goes into display, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I really even need this add displayed, but I was thinking because then I can do things like if the guess exists. I do that. I don't want that. If the guess exists, then add it, concat it, and if it doesn't exist, then add this, and then if it exists, add this. Yeah, but I'm not sure. Yeah, if that makes any sense. Add displayed is empty. Add guesses is N. So add displayed concat with add guesses. It's not going to give me what I want, but it's not going to give me nil. And then I'm going to say I that, and then if I say I plus equals 1, then it's 1. Yeah. And if I say break if I is equal to at word dot length and escape from eval with break. Syntax error. Right. So it's with this, maybe? Try it like this, but what's the difference? That's this. Oh yeah, so it is concat. Yeah, so it's concating it, you know. And then if I do this, then it concats it again. Okay. And why are we getting failures? Lots of failures. Lots of failures. Ah, God. And it's still coming back as nil, right? That's fucking weird.
No, not fans with this loop too, anyways.
No, I don't like.
I prefer 4 loops and while I'm straightforward with them.
Yeah, for some reason this loop is returning. I mean, let's. Yeah, maybe I can remove. I think that ultimately I will have to go through the loop, but if I said.
How about like since the G sub substitutes like if it finds wherever it guesses, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the pattern, right? So how about we find like where we can put like that pattern for guesses in that G sub, like then we just substitute it. So if it doesn't find let's say for instance if it doesn't find n, then it just substitutes the other dash. Then it finds. Am I making sense?
Yeah, kind of. But I think like, up here we already have like we have 2 variables. We have guesses and we have wrong guesses, right? So it already is checking. That's the thing why I don't know why I was looking again, because it's already checking the word to see if it includes the letter. And if it does return the letter, then it's gonna return guesses. Well, no, it's gonna concat the letter to the guesses unless the guesses include the letter already, you know, so it doesn't keep adding the same letter, right? And then if it doesn't include the letter, then it's going to come to this here where it's going to concat to the wrong guesses string unless the wrong guesses include the letter.
Yeah.
So then, like, yeah, I mean, actually, let me do it like this. If I drop in a binding.pry here, and then I come here and run this again, then if I say at wrong guesses, it'll probably be empty because there's no wrong guesses yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's empty, right? But and then if I just say at guesses, and that's going to be those B and N, right? But I'm already receiving. This is the thing that I think that is interesting. Is I thought I would be receiving the B first, and then I would be receiving the N, but it's not that way. Like it's going through this whole. It's going through this whole method first, and it's already guessed the B and already been added to the at guesses. And then it went through this again, and it guessed the N, and then the N was added to the at guesses, and then it's continuing on to this part here, where it's calling the word with guesses. You know, that's why I'm receiving the entire all the right guesses. You know, and then I need to display it correctly. So
that's the last method we're working with. That's what it does, right?
Yeah, that's what the guess method does. Yeah, the guess method it actually is going to add to the guesses or to the wrong guesses, and then by the time I get to word with guesses, it's already a string that's ready. So I need to, for every instance of like, where's the strings? I don't care about loops right now. Forget loops. Yeah, I know that there's this method called R-index, R-strip, R-index, R-index, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's try this. So this takes the word at word dot R-index. Yeah, let's try that. So I'm gonna say at word dot R-index, and then I can pass in a string, which in this case, I'm going to pass in at guesses. And then I'm going to see what that returns in binding for I. So exit out of this, exit out of this, exit out of this. It's called 3 times. And when I come back here, I can say at, oh shit, I didn't put it in a variable. So now I need to call everything again. But if I type this again, guesses, right? Then that gives me nil. Shit, that's weird. You know why?
Because array index, because guesses take, because it's BN, right?
Because it's what?
Because like it's supposed to take in just a letter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to take, I think if I do B, then this would be the 0 index, right? But if I do BN, then it gives nil because it doesn't actually have BN. But if I give BA, then it's true. If I do BA, NA, NA like that, then it's still true. I'm not true.
Okay,
but
zero is for true or what? I don't.
Yeah.
Wait, Abi takes it like the first instance of I don't. How does arrow index work?
Yeah, so what it does is it tells you where in the like index, like you might be more familiar with using indexes when you're talking about arrays, right? Like if I have an array, then you know, then I have 1, 2, 3, right? And then if I say yeah, shit, A equals, and then I pass in an array like this, right? And then if I access the 0 index, which is what it's returning for us, 0, then the 0 index will be 1, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same. I guess it's the same concept. Like, I don't know if I can actually call in 0. Can I call in 0? No, that doesn't work, right? So, but if I call in S, for example, then it's going to say at the 0 index. If I call in T, it's going to say at the 1 index. And so,
yeah. When you pass BA, because BA starts like, it's like assuming you pass like a string BA, so BA like starts at 0, so it gives us 0, right?
Exactly.
When you call banana, like, right?
Yeah. So that means we start at 0 as well. Yeah, and they give some examples as well, right? Well, this actually you can actually ask where it is, you know, and you can do rect as well. Interesting. So that's gonna ask. Yeah.
Fix num.
But I don't know if this would be where I'm looking, like, because then I would need to be able to replace. What's this r.strip? Returns a copy of no. R.strip, no. Scan cruel world. Oh, scan.
If you get the position, if you get the if you get the position of the string, that means the other ones are missing, right? Like the other positions in the array, like in the string, are missing, right? Those are the ones that need dash, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we just get all the
sorry.
Why don't we just get all the whole positions?
Yeah.
Why don't we just get all the whole positions from guesses? Then the other positions that we don't have, just turn them into dash.
We can potentially do that, but I think we need to break up the guesses first. Like we need to
split, right? Something like split. Right.
But split based on what though? I think maybe dot chars. What does dot chars give us? At guesses dot chars. So that's going to break it up into an array, right? Yeah, good.
Okay.
So that breaks it up into an array. And then, all right, so if I do that and then I say, well, I need to make it a variable, right? So maybe guesses array equals, and then if I take the guesses array and I take the first 0.
Yeah. So that means we're gonna have a loop then, right?
Then index equals at da, da, da. So that's gonna give me, oh no, yeah, index 1. I don't know. And this is probably really bad, but yeah, but this isn't gonna work, right? Because I need to
loop through the guesses array, right?
Yeah.
So that means you need a for loop or something, or a loop.
Yeah, or just a dot each, right?
Yeah, dot each prefer.
Array dot each, and for each one, you're gonna put. What am I gonna put for each one? So then I can do at word dot art index and then pass in p, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to take the array, it's going to iterate over them, and it's going to put p on the first one, and then it's going to look at where that is in the R index.
All right.
So then maybe I can say index equals that. That's going to be more than 1, right? So that doesn't really make sense. Let me get rid of that and that, because I don't think I need that. Well, maybe I do. And let's try going through binding pry again. Guesses array is equal to b and n, right? And then if I do, I still didn't put it in a variable, so I need to type everything again. At word dot r index, and I'm gonna say p. Then I'm gonna close this. Ah, weird. I returned the same thing. Oh, because I didn't print anything, no? Let's print that. So 0 and 4. Yeah, cool. That gives me the, yeah. But that only gives me the one index. And we know that banana has more than one n in it, right? It has one at the 0, 1, 2 position and the 4 position.
You know, oh. Yeah.
So that's not quite what we want. Iterate through that.
Would you like to see how I implemented mine?
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think because we're iterating through the array and we're looking for the R index, and yeah, it's just returning one of those. We need to look and see. Interesting. we can slice a string. That's better. So,
I'll soon have to go though. Sorry.
yeah, me too. It's getting a bit long now.
Yeah.
What if I do add guesses dot slice and we say 1, and that gives me n. If I do 0 dot dot 2, it gives me 1. That gives me b, and then I can Faith taught me something where you can do like this. We can set a variable to be equal to the last command that you called. See if that works. Yeah, that works. Cool. And then I'm going to look at word dot include first letter. True. So at word dot r index first letter, and then at displayed concat. Oh, let's say r index equal to equal to that. So at displayed concat r index. Strange.
Yeah. I really have to go now.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry.
No,
All right. Nice.
Thank you. Good to
Nice
see
talk.
you.
Nice. Yeah, sure.
See you soon.
All right. Yeah, you too.